Hey guys, I'm back. Thank you for tuning into the Cavell Show again. It means a lot to me, but this week's topic is going to make y'all dig deep, y'all. Okay, so without blaming your ex, what could you have done better in your last relationship? Go ahead and keep it 1,000, y'all. So this week's topic, y'all, is all about accountability of ourselves. When we end a relationship, sometimes we tend to always point the finger at the person we were in a relationship with. But come on, y'all, we grown. Sometimes we got to take accountability and say, you know what, I could have done something better in the last relationship, and maybe you could still be in that relationship, or maybe not. But sometimes we do have to look at ourselves. How else do you expect to grow and be successful in a relationship if you're always pointing the finger at the other person? Here's a few examples of things people have said they could have done better in their last relationship. Not be too aggressive, not rush things, because sometimes when we rush things, it just end up in a chaos of mess. Be more open-minded, because sometimes, when you're used to being by yourself, you can be closed-minded to certain things. Like you can be an person who's an introvert and you don't want to go outside and do a lot of things, and you may be with a partner who likes the outdoors and being social and going to different events and things. So sometimes you have to be more open-minded. Don't be too available, because sometimes when you're too available to somebody, that they can take advantage of you. Another thing is lack of communication and also being too needy. Look, men don't like women who are too needy, but there are some men out there who can be just as needy as women, so don't get it twisted, y'all. So, what could you have done better without blaming your ex? For me, I should have communicated more. No matter the outcome or the other person's behavior or how they received what you communicate, I shouldn't have been so afraid to speak my truth and say what's on my mind. But sometimes we also, we feel like we're going to hurt the other person's feeling if we say our truth and say what we need to say. But we need to, at times, just say, okay, I need to get this off my chest, because if you keep things in, that's going to boil into a whole volcano and just going to erupt, and things will go downhill very, very fast. So for me, I should have communicated better. And it's crazy because I've worked in the communications field for the past 10 years. So how do I not know how to communicate with somebody? But there's a difference. Communicating at work and communicating in a relationship are two different things. So where I am able to communicate at work and do my job very well, when it comes to relationships, sometimes I hold back a lot and I don't communicate. So again, for me, my previous relationship, I should have communicated better. And also, before that relationship, the last time I was with somebody was back in 2007. So I've gotten so accustomed to just talking to myself and not talking to a partner that it became very difficult for me to know how to communicate with somebody else. So again, that's what I could have done better in my last relationship. So what could y'all have done better without blaming your ex? When I say what you could have done better in the relationship, it doesn't necessarily mean something that's so major. Some people just like little things being done, like as far as I could have, for men, for instance, I could have been more of a gentleman to her, or women, I could have been more, I guess, domestic. It's hard for some women, especially independent ones, because when we're independent, we're just used to taking care of ourselves. So having to care about another person's feelings or such, that could also be something that you could have done better in your last relationship. So again, it doesn't have to be anything major. Some people, the little things matter more to them than the things of more, on a larger scale. So again, you just have to look within yourself and take accountability and say, hey, I could have done this better. It doesn't mean you're a bad person. It's just something that you need to work on for your next relationship. One thing we also need to do in a relationship is, and don't get me wrong, I'm not a relationship expert at all. These are just my experiences, but we have to learn our partner's love language. Sometimes when we're in a relationship, we tend to say, hey, I'm going to love this person the way I want to be loved. And that's not the correct approach. You have to get to know your partner and the things that, makes them happy, makes them sad. So we have to learn our own love language and their love language, because that's a discussion you both can have and say, hey, I want to be loved this way, and that way you know exactly what you need to do in that relationship. So again, just take the time out to get to know your partner, and that can just prevent big headaches in the to come in a relationship, and it could keep you guys together for a long time. So again, just learn their love language if you want to have a successful relationship. Okay, guys, so in the comments below, let me know what you could have done better in your last relationship without blaming your ex. And in a future episode, I'll go ahead and read some of you guys' comments, and we can just have a short discussion about it. Thank you guys so much for viewing this episode again this week. Stay tuned for more episodes in the future, but like and subscribe to my page, and also follow me on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, at The Cavell Show, and soon to come, Cavell's Cavern.